Pikachu.
Greetings, smart and attractive people of the internet. In this video, we're looking at Seen It, Seinfeld Edition, and I'll ask myself if I deem it sponge-worthy. That's right, I will ask myself if I would have sex with this game. This is the Deluxe Edition, with the only difference from the Standard Edition being this fancy tin box. I actually consider this a negative, as tin dents very easily, and in fact, this copy has been dented in a way that stops the lid from sealing correctly, which is a bit of an irritation. You'll also notice that the box says this game is about nothing, which is false advertising. It's actually about the 90s television sitcom Seinfeld. Anyway, let's take a look at the components, which for the most part are top notch. I do have one big problem with one of them, see if you can spot it before I bring it up. First, we have the board, which feels like it's set in Jerry's apartment. It can also be folded into a smaller board for those who want a quicker game, which is very much appreciated. Top points here. Then there are the dice, one for player movement and the other for the kind of question to be asked. Having separate dice for these functions helps keep the game from repeating too much. Also helping the replay value is the massive stack of cards which have multiple types of questions on them. And getting ahead of the components here, the DVD allegedly remembers which questions have been asked in the game as to not repeat them, and has multiple questions for each video clip. Basically, this was cleverly made to pack a bunch of game into a small box. It's why the Seen It series was so popular, and shows just how bad that screen test game I reviewed previously is by comparison. Oh, and one other thing, I've had the game on my shelf sitting in a way so that I have George staring at me like this 24/7. It's becoming a little unnerving. Then we have the tokens. We have a cereal box because Jerry sure likes his cereal. There is a Chinese takeout box, which I suppose is a reference to the Chinese restaurant episode, and of course, there is the iconic puffy shirt. And then we come to my one complaint with the components. One of the tokens is the stereotypical Native American statue. Out of all the things to turn into a token, why this? The show made a whole thing about it being insensitive towards Native Americans, for crying out loud. Big points off here. Now onto the DVD. My favourite part is this wonderful knockoff of the theme. Fortunately, though they may not have licensed the theme, they did get the rights to the actual show, as there are plenty of clips with various questions about them. The DVD is easy to use and works well with the game, as to be expected with a Seen It game. So if you have friends who are big on Seinfeld despite it not being in the 90s anymore, this is worth picking up. Just keep that statue token in mind and get the non-deluxe edition. Thank you for watching.